Hello, everybody. How you doing today? My name is Tony Rizzano, and this is the Affiliate Party Podcast. Today, we are coming to you live from the great state of Alabama. Today, we will talk about branding, and we will talk about Bluehost for a couple minutes. Now, we are all a brand. I'm sure you heard this before, but we are all a brand. I'm a brand. You're a brand. You know, everybody's a brand. So, remember that when it comes to marketing, because if you are an affiliate, if you are into affiliate marketing, you have to promote yourself before the product, okay? You don't own any products when you're doing affiliate marketing. So, you want to put yourself out there first. Make sure you come first before the product, because you get somebody to buy from you, they will buy from you again, you know. And this is called building a brand. And then once you build this brand, people have trust in you. The bigger your brand gets, the better your brand gets. The more people will trust you. The more first time people will buy from you a lot faster, because they will see that other people trust you and that you have a nice quality brand. You don't want to be shit, you know. You don't want to be the kind of person that just promotes anything when you're doing affiliate marketing, you know what I mean? This is why I told you sometime about the shitty affiliate program I signed up for, and I definitely didn't. I got out of that the first week, because I said, I don't want anybody signing up on my watch and they go, this guy sold me a bag of beans, you know. I want to build a sustainable brand. I want that brand to go on and on for years to come, you know. This is not a flyby. This is not a get rich quick, you know, thing that I'm trying to do. I want to build a brand that will be around for years to come, you know. And you should want the same thing, because the one thing about this whole internet thing, you know, this whole any kind of thing, you know, if you build a store, building a brand is like building a store, you know. You build a store, you build a brand, people like you, people come back from you, you know, people keep coming back. If you have a website or something like that, it could be 3 o'clock in the morning, you could be asleep, you could be doing whatever, you know, and people go, oh, I know this guy, I trust this guy, he's promoting that, I'm gonna buy from him, and boom, you wake up, you have sales, everything like that. So building a great, you know, trustful, you know, brand is definitely something that you want to do. Sort of like, now if you can get to be like Apple and Walmart and Amazon, that'd be shit. You would you know, you'd be winning, you know. But you're doing internet marketing, most of the time, most of the people are gonna be, you know, you can have a company, but people are still gonna want to know who's running the company, you know. So even if you have a company, even if you have a great name for a company, you know, still step out there, you know, say, hey, this is my company, this is me, you know, because Jeff Bezos is not letting you know, the middle manager do all the interviews when it comes to Amazon, you know. It's Jeff Bezos, Amazon, Jeff Bezos. So even if you have a name of a company, still put yourself out there. Still put your name out there, because sometimes people don't want to know. People like buying from companies and everything like that. Don't get me wrong, but they like to know who's behind the company. So build your personal brand, as well as promoting affiliate products. You know, that's one thing I thought about the other day. I made a mistake. I remember it was on the podcast, I had the affiliate party with Tony Rizzano. And then I took the Tony Rizzano off, and I thought today when I was driving, this is why branding has came up. I thought to myself today when I was driving, I said, I probably should put my name back on there. I think I made a mistake, because the affiliate party is all right and everything. It's not a bad name, but it's like, who's part of the affiliate party? What is the affiliate party, you know? So I believe I'm going to just go back and put my name on that, because when people see the podcast, they say, "Oh, I've seen this guy before," whatever, Eventually, when the podcast grows more and more, they go, "Okay, I've heard it. I've heard of this name. I've seen this guy before." So I'm gonna give this podcast a chance, But if they just see the affiliate party, and it's like, what is that? What is the affiliate party? So that's a mistake I made. So any podcast, I'm going to apply my name to it. That's a mistake I made, because it's going well, but it's like the affiliate party. But anyway, see, so even I still make minor mistakes like that, So it's all a part of branding, because like as I said, people buy from people. Two reasons why people buy. People buy for people are emotions. Emotional reasons. People buy products for emotional reasons, It makes them feel like, hey, it's like if you're in a weight loss business, people come and they go, I've been trying to lose weight forever, so I'm gonna try this new diet, And then if they know you and they go, oh, this guy, he's always promoting good products, I want to buy from him, They trust you, and they also want to lose weight, so that's why they buy, It's the emotion, and it's the person. It could be one or the other. It could be both, you know what I mean? So this is why you want to brand yourself, but you also want to be, careful about the products you promote. This is something that I had to learn. I remember a couple months ago, I probably told you already, but I tried to promote this product. I was going to promote it, and about a week into it, I realized this shit. So I said, nope. So I had to go back, So I deleted the post off my website, and then I wrote another review, and then of course I wrote at the end, I made a mistake and I promoted the product. So, even if you do make a mistake, own up to it, and people will like you more if you do that, So, and also when it comes to branding, forgive me if I'm talking slow. I'm pretty relaxed today. So, when it comes to branding, you wanna tell a story. Now, because every brand has a story. Now, I'm not saying you sit here and tell a lie, but every brand has a story. Like, I'll tell you, Tyler Perry, for example. I live in Atlanta. It's Tyler Perry. You see a sign that says Tyler Perry Studios. I just saw a headline the other day that said Tyler Perry. Now he's a billionaire. And it's like from homeless to billionaire. That's part of his story, He's told anybody that would listen how he was homeless, That's part of his story. Now, one thing I will tell you, if you ever listen to any kind of business podcast, any kind of podcast, a lot of people would love to tell you how broke they was, how poor they was, how they was one step away from going into bankruptcy and falling down, that's good and everything, don't get me wrong. That's fine. And there's some truth to that. Some people probably did do that, but some people was like, come on, man, but it's a part of your story, Now, what I'm saying is, you don't have to have any made up kind of crap, If you just wanted to make a change in your job or something like that, that's fine, but a story is as good, everybody wants to hear a story, but you don't have to come from the I slept outside in the woods of Mississippi for 9 months, and then I came up with this, and then I was on the verge of dying, and all of a sudden I came up with this great idea, and now I'm successful, you know what I'm saying? A story is fine, but you don't have to come up with the most ridiculous story, I'm sorry. I don't mean to go off like that. But sometimes I hear these. Sometimes I listen to a lot of business. I listen to a lot of business people talk about how they got their business started, because I find it interesting. You know what I'm saying? I'm building a business myself, so I like to hear different stories. And sometimes when you hear those hard luck stories, it's like, really? It was that bad? It's like, I don't think so. I don't know. And then they say something else, and it's like, I think that might be BS. You know, that might be some PR. But anyway, you definitely want to have a story. People like to hear stories. You know, people like to hear comebacks, underdogs, comeback stories. You know, all kinds of stories. You know, sort of like watching wrestling back in the '80s. You know, people love to see. Well, they used to always. Hulk Hogan used to always get beat up. You know. Hulk Hogan would get jumped, beat up by some 300, 400 pound man, and then you'd be like, shit, can Hulk Hogan come back from this? And then eventually, you know, in a pay-per-view match, Hulk Hogan would find his way back, win, and then he would be posing with the little kids, you know. So people like those kind of stories. Now, I'm not saying you might have that kind of story, but any story is a good story. You know what I mean? It doesn't have to be made up. It doesn't have to be phony, but make sure you tell your story. You know what I mean? Tell your story as often as you can. On anytime you get a chance. You know what I mean? Like you want to really get into building the brand. You really want to get in there, because the more you tell your story, and the more you can get your brand out there. You know. You really want to get yourself out there. You want to get your brand going, because if you're like an affiliate marketing, as I've said this like 3 or 4 times this week. If it's 20 people promoting a product, and people know you, people trust you, people know your story, they'll buy from you. You know, people buy from people they know, they trust, they like. You know, as I said, people buy emotions. People buy for emotional reasons. You know, and then they buy from people that they know, and they go, do I need this product? And they go, I like this guy though. I'll buy from him. I'll use it eventually, you know. ... Whatever it may be, whatever product you promote, whatever it may be, people will trust you. People like brands, individual brands, company brands, whatever. People like brands. People buy. As I say, the first sale is the hardest sale, but people like familiarity. Yeah. That's why when people say they're going online shopping, every now and then I tell myself, I say, I'm not going to buy from Amazon today. And then I wind up buying from Amazon, because I'm familiar with them. I've bought so many books from Amazon. It's ridiculous by now, you know. I'm in the bed with Amazon, so it's not that I don't mind them, you know. I mean, it is what it is, you know. I like it. I don't mind it. So that's it for branding. We'll always go in more into detail eventually, you know. We can always come back to branding, you know, because branding is very important. Just remember, you're a brand. You're a brand. I'm a brand. Kyrie Irving's a brand. Tyler Perry is a brand. You know, Steven Seagal, he's a brand. Jean-Claude Van Damme. We're all brands, you know, so just remember that. All right. That's it. That's it for segment 1. See? We're going to come back. Now we're going to talk about Bluehost for a couple minutes after this commercial break. After you hear about starting the podcast on Anchor, which maybe you should do. Think about it. Build your brand on Anchor, okay? No, but after this, we'll talk about Bluehost. It'll be quick. Well, maybe not. That's a tease, though. All right? Come back. Listen to the commercial. We'll talk about Bluehost next. Hello, everybody. Welcome back. Now, as you know, I always recommend people have an email list. I also recommend people have a website. Because, as we talked about yesterday, social media can kick you off at any time. But even if you just have a simple website like your name.com or whatever, you know, .net, whatever, somewhere people can find you, that would be good. Now, me myself, I use Bluehost. I try to use a couple of other ones. A couple of other ones I try to use were a little too complicated for me. Bluehost, quite easy to use. It's and it was a little on the cheaper side for me to use too. Plus, another reason why I use Bluehost, is they give you a pretty good commission if somebody signs up for Bluehost. So keep that in mind. You build an audience, you grow an audience, and you say, hey, use Bluehost. And Bluehost gives you like, I think it's like $60 or something like that commission. So now you're not gonna get rich being an affiliate for Bluehost, but you'll make a few a few dollars and put it in your pocket, you know. So those are my 3 reasons why I use Bluehost. They give you good commission. Also, it was cheaper to use than any other web host that I checked out in the beginning of my affiliate marketing stage, and it was easier to use. The easiest part is the number one part. Everything else, of course, you know, easy to use, cheaper to use, and then the affiliate part. The affiliate part is last because, like I said, you're not going to get super rich. It's a good commission, though. It's also, if you use websites to email autoresponders, it's always good to sign up for the affiliate program just in case. You know, I wouldn't go around banging the drum for Bluehost and just telling everybody, throwing up Bluehost to everybody, but it's always a good idea if you're doing a video, you're doing a blog, something like that. You go, hey, I have a Bluehost. You're gonna click on a link, and then you build up a pretty good audience. A couple people that click on a link every once a week, twice a week. You know, you get some commissions coming in. You know, you can get $300, $400, $500 a month. You know, eventually just doing that. You know, I mean, hey, $300 or $400 a month. A couple of these affiliate programs, now you're starting to roll, you know what I mean? So anytime you're in any little thing, be an affiliate for, you know, like I'm an affiliate for Bluehost, GetResponse, that kind of stuff, you know, be an affiliate for that. And just post it on your website or post it down in the YouTube or whatever you do. Post it in that, you know. And then if people want to get started and they find your video, they find your podcast, they'll click on the link and you'll get a commission. So it's an easy way. You don't have to sit there and bang the drum for some of these products, but it's just do it. You know, you understand what I'm saying. But that's Bluehost. Bluehost is easy to use and it's fairly inexpensive too. And a lot of people know how to set up Bluehost. So if you go on the Fiverr or the Upwork, you know, you can get somebody to set up a Bluehost website for you for fairly decent price. You know what I mean? You don't have to come out of the pocket for a whole lot, especially if you're in the beginning. I had somebody set mine up for like $90, $75. You know, I mean, it wasn't too bad. You know, it wasn't about how the website looked in the beginning. It was just about the content I was putting up. So, you know what I mean? Now I want the website to look better, but that's because I want the business to start, you know, growing and everything like that. So that's a little Bluehost love. So I hope that helps. If you want to get started on Bluehost, don't worry, this is not a commercial. But if you want to get started on Bluehost, you can check out the lousydriver.com and then /tools, and you can go to the tools section and you can click on Bluehost. Click on the link, and as I stated, I get a commission. So there you go. Now, tomorrow is Sunday. Tomorrow we will have a little motivational podcast. So tell a friend. Gonna do a little motivation. And that's it for now. Hope you enjoyed the podcast. My name is Tony Rizzano. Thank you for listening. And we will talk to you tomorrow. And as always, peace.